I made this video yesterday addressing the nonsense that Nick Wright continues to say about LeBron James being the greatest player of all time. I left the link to the video that I made 4 years ago. In that video that I addressed, the situation, the nonsense that Nick Wright was saying. So I happened to watch First Things First again. It just seems like he can't or won't comprehend how the things that he say to try to persuade the audience or try to sell this, fraudulent nonsense that he's been trying to sell that LeBron James is the greatest player of all time, it's just not working because a narrative will never, ever lose to factual evidence. So I'm going to let you listen to the audio of Nick Wright getting humiliated and embarrassed and annihilated all in one sequence by Chris Broussard, who's a big LeBron James fan as well.
The thing, and here is what is to me so interesting about this debate, is this was, Jenna, I believe, the very first topic we ever did on this show, which was 5 years ago, right after LeBron won the title against the Warriors. Since then, since this started to be a debate, LeBron has done the following in the NBA Finals, and God knows, all that counts is the NBA Finals. We can show it to you. Since we started the debate, what has LeBron done? Well, we can show you the numbers, I think. He averaged a triple-double in the Finals, and then the next year, damn near averaged another triple-double, and 2018, if you remember, was when he had the 8 40-point games, the 2 buzzer beaters, and the single greatest game anyone has ever played, the 51-8-8 in Game 1. And then he won another championship. By the way, those 3 finals averages come out to around 33, 10, and 9 on 55% shooting. Michael Jordan in his final 3 finals was 31, 5, and 4 on 43% shooting, but he won them all, so nobody cares. So what I am interested in with Broussard is this, and be honest with me here, please. Was there ever anything LeBron could do after the Dallas series? Or was the Dallas series such a blemish? Because that's the one argument I'll accept. The one argument I'll accept is that Jordan never had a low like the Dallas series. And so if LeBron had won 9 championships in a row, it wouldn't have mattered because he had that failure.
If you had told me, oh, the Heat are going to win 2 of the next 4 championships with LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh, I would have been like, what? That's a failure. 2 of 4? They're winning at least 3, if not all 4. And they only won 2. So had they even at least won 3 when they had the best roster in the NBA, that would have gone a long way to aid LeBron's argument. And then going forward, winning more championships rather than losing more final series. So, yeah, he could have done something. Now, you brought up the Dallas meltdown. That is part of the argument. It's not the main thing, but it's part of it. Jordan is one of the few superstars that we've never seen him have that meltdown moment. We even saw Magic have it in the tragic Johnson series against Boston in 1984, I believe it was. And then obviously, LeBron had his against Dallas. Jordan lost, but he never melted down. He never was really the reason they lost, where you said, wow, what happened to Mike? He just wasn't himself. So that is part of the argument. But here's the thing, Nick. I want to answer Jenna's question. Jordan is like Babe Ruth or Muhammad Ali, where he is going to be viewed, whether you can throw out numbers,
like
you can throw out whatever. Jordan has become so iconic.
Yeah.
Well, fine, whatever you want to call it, but fine. But Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali were real, and so was Michael Jordan. And he has reached that status in our society where it's going to take more than even the great LeBron James did for someone to come along and people to say, he was better than Jordan. Whether you look at the shoes, the 6-0, the iconic shot against Utah, whatever you want to look at, Michael Jordan has reached that level. And I think Tom Brady will too, where it's just like, you got to do something astronomical.
Okay. They got blown out of that series. So let's set that one aside and we can argue about it in a moment. The next year
I'll set it aside. It happened.
No. I just want to go through it.
It was an old San Antonio team. Tim Duncan wasn't
close to his prime.
So
you think LeBron could have done more?
And Tony Parker and Madden were hovering on their prime.
So you think in 2014,
if we just want to throw out
LeBron went...
Nick, if we just want to throw out numbers, let's talk about Wilt Chamberlain.
No.
Okay, if we just want to start throwing out incredible numbers, we can bring Wilt into the conversation.
I'm not trying to throw out numbers. I'm asking you an honest question. When the Heat lost in 5, 3 of those losses in blowout fashion, and LeBron, by any objective standard, played very well, you think he could have done more? You think there's a player that you could have inserted? All the other things are the same. That you remove LeBron and put Jordan there, and instead of losing in 5, they win the series. I don't think you actually believe that. That's why I wanted to go year by year.
Nick,
the next year, they lost. Hold on. The next year, Brew, he was 36, 13, and 9. And they lost in 6 when Kyrie and Kevin Love went down. The next year, they won. And then there was the 2 years they lost 4-0 and 4-1 to Golden State. We showed you the numbers. He's the most talented team ever. And the only other healthy year he's had, he won the title since then. So my question is, what's the year that you could have replaced LeBron with Jordan and they win the title post Dallas? Is there a year? Do you believe there's a year?
Nick, you're dealing with hypotheticals and theories and fantasies and what ifs. I'm dealing with facts. You're bringing feelings to a fact fight. I'm dealing with the fact that we never saw Michael Jordan lose in the finals. We never even saw him push to 7 games. All right? I believe Michael Jordan would have, now, would he have won all of those finals that LeBron lost? I don't know, but we don't know. We can't, it's like Kobe said, we can't answer some of these things. So let's deal with what we do know. What we do know is that Michael Jordan dominated the league in a way that LeBron hasn't.
There's a couple of points I want to touch on, specifically the point that Nick Wright made about the finals. I'm going to let you hear what he said, and then I'll counter it with unrefutable facts.
LeBron has done the following in the NBA Finals, and God knows, all that counts is the NBA Finals. We can show it to you. Since we started the debate, what has LeBron done? Well, we can show you the numbers, I think. He averaged a triple-double in the finals. And then the next year, damn near averaged another triple-double. And 2018, if you remember, was when he had the 8 40-point games, the 2 buzzer beaters, and the single greatest game anyone has ever played, the 51-8-8 in Game 1. And then he won another championship. By the way, those 3 finals averages come out to around 33, 10, and 9 on 55% shooting. Michael Jordan in his final 3 finals was 31, 5, and 4 on 43% shooting, but he won them all, so nobody cares.
Nick Wright does this a lot. He tries to time capsule a portion in time where LeBron James had a great stretch of where he played in the NBA Finals to seem like that's the only desertion to make for him to be greater than Michael Jordan. But he will completely ignore the fact that Michael Jordan still has the highest scoring average in the NBA Finals and has the highest scoring average against a team in the NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns in the 1993 NBA Finals, averaging 41 points per game, which is still the highest average in the NBA Finals to date. These are facts Nick Wright will not argue, because he has no way around them. So you stick to trying to tie the time capsule a certain portion in an argument, so it seems like that's the only variable way for him to make LeBron look great, and it's not. It actually, all it does is just highlights that you're leaving things out of the argument. You're picking and choosing what you want to use for your argument to have some legs that it doesn't have legs on. The inevitable fact is Jordan still has a higher scoring average in the NBA Finals, regardless of those numbers that LeBron put up, which are phenomenal. But if we look at the totality of the whole aspect, Michael Jordan's NBA Finals are far superior in their numbers compared to what LeBron James did in 3 games. Can't just use 3 games as the deciding factor in ending the GOAT debate. That actually makes it a weaker argument that you can't use a whole body of work for LeBron James compared to Michael Jordan's body of work in the NBA Finals. You can easily destroy Nick Wright with just body of works of facts, not time capsuling it, not picking a specific point in time to make it the end and be all for the conversation. That's why I was very happy that Chris Broussard did what he did and embarrassed that man on live TV. Now there's another little nugget that I'm going to destroy with irrefutable facts again.
All the numbers say it's LeBron, and the eye test says it's LeBron. He's bigger, stronger, and faster.
You can easily defeat Nick Wright's logic, flawed logic, with just simple research. Michael's 40 time was 4.3. But yet, Nick Wright will insist that LeBron James is bigger, stronger, and faster. LeBron James is bigger, and he's a bit more stronger than Michael Jordan because of his size. But Michael Jordan was a strong individual down low. Just go listen to other NBA players who talk about how strong Michael Jordan was down low. But when he says faster, he's completely wrong. This took simple research on my part just to look this up. Michael Jordan ran a 4.3. LeBron James ran a 4.4. Now, last time I checked my math, Nick Wright, 4.3 is faster than 4.4 seconds. You don't have to be a mathematician to figure that simple part of this argument. So when Nick Wright says nonsense, all he's doing is just showing his fear of Michael Jordan. I'm just going to be frank. Anybody with any type of knowledge of basketball can clearly see that this debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James isn't close at all. If you guys want me to do an in-depth video about this, I will. I will leave my video I made yesterday, thanks for supporting that, and the video I did 4 years ago, Nick Wright versus Michael Jordan. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Nick Wright's nonsense.